From the Fortress Speed with the Ministry of Speed and, of course, Phoenix Motorsports. Get ready to watch some GT3 racing here at the Glen. Race 2 is about to commence here. After you've watched race 1 with us, then you know this is going to be an all-out battle royale. But this is going to be an inverted field, so the cars are not going to go green right now on the first lap. They're going to wait. They're going to circle around here, and they're going to get their starting positions. Zebra's down there helping them out. So Zebra will be joining me here in the booth alongside with Wallace and Dog. So yeah, Wallace and I are here in Austin, Texas, watching the race here at my son's house. Gracious of my young man to invite me over here and let me enjoy his fine facilities and see his new house. And yeah, I could be more proud of him. He's a great guy, great house, great everything. He's got a good life here, Charlie Brown. So watching them circle the way around here. Oh man, that first race was incredibly, I don't know what to say, different. How about that? One space dominating, leading flag to flag here. Some of the drivers that we expected to do well did not. Some drivers who we didn't expect to do well did. It was an interesting race. Not so much in the way of excitement or crashing, but not like our Spa race, but definitely an interesting race strategy-wise. So with that said, we're getting around the track here and getting set up. So hope you guys grab something to drink here and enjoy the show. I'll be right back. Let me fill up mine. So leading him to the start-finish line, it's going to be Psychoholic, one of the newest members here at Phoenix Motorsports. Going to take the opportunity to see what he can do up here in P1. He's going to have his hands full, followed by Dragon, who found out last week how hard it is to get around pole position here. Here we go. I think. And we're off. Single file restart. Look at the cars in the background making a move. It's going to be Nestozo, one space, and of course Ghost back there battling it out, trying to get up front quick. So Psychoholic goes wide there. That opens the door for Dragon. They're all coming around the hill. There was a nice single file start there. So here he comes into the bus stop. Dragon's got to run. Is he going to make a move early on here? He's on the outside. Oh, a little bit of contact, just barely a brush. Dragon taking the lead here. Nicely done. Easy, easy. Psychoholic. Oh, he's going to go around. That's Tag Slapper. You knew that wasn't going to stick. So Dragon taking the lead here. Great job there. You're missing the action. Death Pusher in the wall as well, as he tries to take evasive action around Psychoholic. There you go. Wow. So 6 foot Dragon taking the lead here, and he's got Ghost right on his back bumper here. But Dragon with a power move, man. Oh my God, beautiful, beautiful stuff here from David Curry. Dallas, Texas is where he calls home. Yeah, gotta love it. In front of Ghost, Nestoza, Toe Cutter, DJ Vixen in P3, P2. I'm sorry. I was reporting that wrong. That wasn't Ghost. That was Vixen. So my bad on that. So David Curry moving fast.
There comes a dive bomb from Ghost as he goes into P4. It looks like. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, that's all right. That's okay. Matchbox is taking the same look there on the inside there. He wants to get around Ghost as well. He knows he's got to get in front. He's got to get out front in front of these guys in order to get that clean air and get that speed and get that distance. But Ghost right now stuck in dirty air. That's Nestoza in front of him. Where's one space in P6? Way in the back here, or P7 now. So he's just taking his time. He's going to let the field pad. Winchester peeling off and coming in.
Yeah, it's starting to rain very early on. So Winchester, he's gonna go in early. And he's gonna see if he can get the leg up. Oh, we got a Bentley off. That's gonna be the Bentley of DJ Vixen. I don't know what happened going into turn 1, but narrowly collected a couple cars.
Woo! So action abounds here as the younger and more inexperienced drivers have to fend off the onslaught of these more seasoned veterans pushing their way up through the field here. If you want to call Ghost a seasoned veteran, I mean, I don't think he's old enough to shave yet, but he's certainly got a lot of strength and power when it comes to driving that Bentley. He knows how to get that thing around here.
Oh, 6-foot Dragon off into the bus stop.
I see that. Dragon gives up the lead there, carrying a little bit too much welly in that bus stop there. It came out on that exit, got too off in the grass, and he's around. Kept it off the wall, though, so good job from David Curry. Dropping it all the way down to the bottom of the field here, up to P10. He's got Winchester and Death Pusher behind him, so he's got to get somewhere and get somewhere in a big hurry. But remember, everybody's got a pit. Everybody's got a pit, so Death Pusher in the pits now. Heavy damage on that yellow machine. He hit the wall a ton in that bus stop there, trying to avoid Psychoholic. Psychoholic was working his way up to P10. So let's see, where's Nestoza? Will he come in? Wow. So early on, the rain has started to fall.
And DJ and one space, they're fighting for 4th and 5th. They're going up the off-camber left-hander. And looks like this Tokutta is slipping behind him, so...
I'm watching the leaders here. Nestoza and Ghost stay out. Nestoza and Ghost stay out. Matchbox, not the brightest bulb on the porch, but not the dumbest one either. He's in. Where's one space? He stays out.
DJ comes in. Tokutta comes in.
And Snoopa comes in.
Snoopa comes in.
Vizencamp stays out. The Ferrari stays out. Now, Vizencamp, he's a good driver. I don't know if he's driving in the rain on slicks good, but he's pretty dang good. Hopefully he doesn't tear up that Ferrari and gets a good win, because he's the only Ferrari in the field, to be honest with you. I like Ferrari. So let's see.
A lot of drivers have unfortunately abandoned the Ferrari, and they've moved on to greener pastures.
There's no greener pasture for me than that red one right there. That's all I can say. I don't care, man. You could have whatever you want, a UFO spaceship, but I'll take that Ferrari. Whoa! That's what I said there. You know, I don't know if he's good enough to keep it on the track. And right there, it shows his inexperience. He goes way wide out of the bus stop. It could have been a bad situation there, but he's kept it off the wall barely. Into the left-hander here, dropping down. He can't push too hard. Don't go out to that rumble strip there, son. So
a great battle for the lead here still, and these two guys, they still need to come in. I think they might push out for another lap or so.
If Nestoza stays out, once Ghost will stay out. You know, but who's more foolish, the fool leading or the fool who follows?
That's true. I would say the fool who follows.
I would say that as well. So let's see what happens here. It looks like nope. He goes in. He goes in. So the fool who follows isn't as foolish as the fool who leads in this case here. So Nestoza, all by his lonesome out there, got nobody to blame but himself. He put that thing on the wall there. Now, you heard what Brian said earlier. He stayed out one lap too many, and this is about the same amount of laps that one space stayed out. He lost a lot of time, and this could be working against Nestoza when he thinks it's working for him. Ghost and one space are not going to play around when they got the wet tires on. They're going to come, and they're going to come fast. Nestoza is rolling the dice big time here, and it's raining a lot harder at this part of the track. Let's watch his car. They got a little bit of oversteer there. Woo, man. He wants to get off on him. He's holding on to it for dear life. This is a white knuckle ride here. through the carousel. And this little left-hander right here could be treacherous.
Yeah, the puddles around here are treacherous, especially in the last 2 corners. They collect a lot on the inside, and you just get one tire, just touch the puddle, and your car's going around easy.
Lights out. So Nestoza so far so good, but not going as fast as he normally would, obviously. In a straight line, he's okay, but let's see what he does here in this hairpin. The back end of the car just wants to jump out. Nope. Good deal. Keeping it straight, keeping the power down.
I remember what Winchester said. He says that the Mercedes pushes in the rain, so not very. Mercedes not very rain friendly.
Rain friendly, yeah. So here he comes, the last series of corners through the dog leg. Stays off the curb. Does whoa. Any more speed than he had right there would have put him right in the wall. So come on, turn it in. He stays out. What?
There's a little bit of spray too, and normally that's kind of my rule of thumb is once you hear or see spray, it's time to come in.
Yeah.
In any part of the track. So, is it an engine that's powering that car, or is it his massive cojones doing it? I think it might be the latter.
Yeah. Pride and ego. Here comes one space. He's coming in. He even knows that any more is too much. So one space has brought it to the house here, and Nestoza pushed the envelope, and let's see, he is way slow now. But he's still pointing in the right direction, but for how long? This is going to be a pretty tricky part of the track right here as he comes to the bus stop. You got to swing the car around, and you start moving that weight around, and there it is. Back in, wants to slide around. Ooh, nicely done. He's drifted through that corner there. Now, what is he going to do? He's got to go way gear down here. Whoa. See, that's not even... Every time you do that, you lose a second. Easy. So, how much time can he afford to give away? Look at that. He slides around that corner there. At any moment, that car could just go in the wall. I mean, just because it wants to. Easy. In a lower gear there, trying to just hold on to it, keep traction down.
Yeah, he's hemorrhaging a lot of time to Ghost. Ghost is going to have a couple seconds on him. Yeah, he's running way wide.
And he tries to give it some welly, but there's who's that behind him. That's Matt's box behind him. So
it's Ghost. Ghost is Ghost section behind him in 27 seconds. Yeah, he lost 3 seconds in those 2 corners alone.
Look at this!
All over the place. Oh, hold on to it. Oh, he needs to go in now. There goes his lead. He's going to come back in about 4th or 5th. That's
yeah. That wasn't the smartest move either, right there. For such a strong driver, I mean, how are these guys understanding that? I mean, they've raced in my room enough times to know that it doesn't last 4 laps. You can't stay out 4 laps without wet tires. It's just not going to happen. And here comes Ghost on the front straightaway now. So luckily, Nestoza didn't collect any damage, so that's not going to extenuate his pit stop. But still, he's not where he needs to be. He could have been ahead of these guys exiting. So he hasn't even started to exit yet. Still in the pits. Here he comes now, but
he's just getting out of his pit stall. And
here's Matt's box.
Take second.
Maybe.
Nope. He's going to come out just ahead.
Now, well, Matt's box has hot tires now, but Nestoza doesn't. How hard will Nestoza defend Matt's box?
I don't know, but Ghost is just taking off. He's done. He's like, I want to win. I didn't win last race. I want to win. 9 seconds.
He got up to the front quick, man. I'll tell you what, he did a great job getting up to the front, and he did it cleanly. Aggressive but clean, and, that's all right. That's all fair. Whoa, look at Nestoza. No grip on that car. No grip on the front end. Those tires have not come up to pressure yet for sure. And he is just loose as a goose, dragging Stupa in the pits. But watching this battle here is Matt's box trying to reel in Nestoza. And Nestoza has just performed brilliantly here and kept in front of Matt's box. But he's pushing the car as hard as he possibly can, taking that car way out there, carrying too much speed for these cold tires. but he's doing a great job of keeping it on the track so far. I mean, you know, a guy like Matchbox, he's got to be astounded with some of the competition that he's come up against here, man. I mean, you know, how many drivers do you know that can come right out of the pits in a rainstorm in a GT3 race car like this and stay in front of a guy who's got hot tires, who's won races before, who's charging? You know, I mean, you got to have a tremendous amount of skill level and understanding to be able to do that.
Yeah, for sure. It's just something that you just eventually just learn over time, and it's definitely a great feat to have. And talking about Matchbox real quick, he's been strong in that Porsche all season. We've seen him win races, we've seen him dominate races, we've seen him kind of run in the mid pack, and I'm curious to see when this series is over, when we move on to the one make. If we move on to the one make, on how dominant he really is going to be. It's going to be very interesting. Also, like how smart he is going to be with the setup too. So that's going to be very interesting to see in the upcoming series.
Well, you know, the whole basis of the ministry and of Phoenix Motorsports is to understand the dynamics of motorsports and its many disciplines, and that includes mechanical. It includes, you know, the racecraft itself. It includes the media training, all those things. But you know, the understanding of a car and how to drive a car is the same thing. You know, understanding the setup, understanding how to set it up. You know, you don't have a crew chief here. You are your crew chief. You don't have a spotter here. You are your spotter. So you know that you have to take your racing to a whole nother level when you get off the default setup. You have to take, you know, you have to invest a lot more brain power, I guess would be one way to put it. And, you know, and still be fast and still, you know, do what you got to do in a default setup, you know, race competitively. And like you said, you know, that's going to be an interesting observation. These guys that are fast on these default races, will they be fast in the setup races? You know, I really couldn't tell you because we haven't seen them race in a situation like that. I can tell you who will be fast in that, and that's Hendrick. As we all know, Hendrick is a wet weather guy. He's definitely a setup guy. And you know, he's going to be one that's going to be setting the benchmark. We're going to be talking about him when these default races are over and these setup races come back.
Yeah, for sure. He's going to be the one that's going to be battling with all these other drivers. And it's going to be very interesting to see if these drivers are setup drivers or if they're default drivers. Like, you know, we talked about Ghost. He's fast in a default Bentley, but
right.
How good is his knowledge, you know, and with setups, or is he going to rely on his teammate Winchester to do all the hard work and grinding hours and having the perfect setup week in and week out? So, like, is that going to cause tensions between the two guys, or you know, like what's going to happen with that?
Yeah, because he's going to be expecting Winchester to produce you know, that information, and you know. Yeah, it's going to be put a lot more pressure on Winchester as well. So let's take a look here. We got a couple battles going on here. One Space and Winchester here, 1 second apart. Actually, less than a second apart. So Winchester is in threat of losing that spot here. Let's see how he defends against One Space. Through the bus stop, you can see Brian Beddoe has zeroed in on the back bumper of that Mercedes.
Yeah, he had an off somewhere. He was 11 seconds off when he came to the pits behind Staza. So so that was interesting. Didn't see exactly what happened. So right now he's just trying to scrounge up as many points as he can. I'm pretty sure that Matchbox is going to be cheering him on and try to get in front of his rival for points in Winchester.
Yeah. Winchester goes way wide there, opens the door. He doesn't want to do that with Stoza. Stoza will get in there. There they come. He's got to run. Winchester tries to close the door. Now, if he would have closed the door and hit him, I would have said that was blocking. I would have said that because you have two moves when you're in front of somebody: a proactive and a reactive move. A proactive move is the move that anticipates what position the driver behind you is going to take or use to try to get around you. Oh! One space around, and that dirty air carried way too much speed there, and there it is right there. Winchester did exactly what he needed to do. And he got it done. Now he's put some space between him and One Space. Now that's going to force Brian to push hard to try to catch back up. And that's where mistakes start happening. Here he comes now. No, he didn't get any damage, but this can't be good for his mentality or his morality there. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, very unfortunate. Like you said, just kind of got washed up in that dirty air, and it's a whole lot of factors going into it. You know, get dirty air, really controlling your car, accelerating too much, being in too high of a gear, being too high of a RPM in a gear, which is causing those tires to spin even faster. So that's why if you watch some of these drivers and if you hear the cars like bog going out of a corner, that means that they're being safe. They're getting out in a low gear or in a low RPM in a gear,
right?
So that way they can just easily just get up to speed slowly and safely.
Well, here's something that
we saw last race.
Here's something that I know that they haven't taken into consideration. I started the simulation with rain early on. They still have full fuel loads. Usually I start the rain last, and so their fuel load is down. But now they all have full fuel loads, so they have not probably tested as much with a full fuel load in their wet as they would have during normal practice situation or environment.
And see, that's just something that benefits the driver that practices, that's able to practice more. And you know, sometimes life gets in the way. I mean, with me, I wasn't really able to practice all that much, but you know, I survived until I couldn't anymore, and then I decided to cut my losses. But you do have those rare drivers that can just adapt to anything and still win, and it's absolutely amazing to see it happen. But it must be infuriating for the guys who put in hours and hours of practice, and they
to see that,
this guy just jumped in and he beat me by like 25 seconds. Like, what the heck?
Like he's been doing it his whole life. Well, I'm watching a battle between Death Pusher and Dragon. Dragon is definitely trying to put the pressure on Death Pusher here. So, he got him there. Oh, boy, they're side by side of the carousel here. Death Pusher not going to roll back in there. He's going to give Dragon plenty of room, but he's on the outside. That's going to open the door for DJ Vixen, I believe it is, or Ghost. I'm not sure which one is going through, but one of the Mercedes, Bentleys, I'm sorry, is going through there. Wow. So Dragon, again, using his Jedi mind tricks on these guys and making them go off. You know, Dragon actually was voted the guy who looked like Yoda the most in high school.
That was actually Ghost. That was actually a leader navigating through that, actually.
Wow. So Ghost is putting people a lap down here. 17 minutes and 51 seconds left in the race. About midway.
About, we got about probably like 9 or so laps to go in this race. And we do have a little bit of action going on between Toe Cutta and DJ Vixen. This is for 6th and 7th down in the midfield. So Ghost is flashing, Ghost is flashing his lights at Dragon here, giving him the blue flag here. But Dragon is not in a position to get over yet. He will now. He'll slow down and let him go there. There he goes. Open the door for him and let him go through. So if Dragon's smart, he gets right back in the draft here of Ghost, and then Ghost pulling down the track. He does. And tries to put some more space between him and Death Pusher. Don't carry too much speed in there, David. Oh, we got a Ferrari coming out here. That's a Vizencomp. He's staying low on the bottom of the track there. He's got to let these guys go through there. Looks like he's had some front end damage. Well, look who's caught back up to Winchester. It's going to be one space. So it looks like that Winchester kind of had an off somewhere, which allowed one space to catch back up to Winchester. So we're going to have another great battle here coming up shortly. It's starting now.
Yeah, I'm watching that.
Begins.
Tell you what, let's go on board with one space and look out his windscreen here and see what he sees as he tries to run down Winchester and see if we can exploit any weaknesses in Winchester's defense here.
Well, you see what we can see. What we can see is a lot of rain.
Oh my God, the visibility is piss poor. Now, it would still be the driver in the rear's fault if there was contact made. Even though he had the poor visibility, it's still his responsibility to stay off the back bumper of the car front. You know, contact racing is really a non-contact sport, but GT3 driving, well, you know, that's a whole different ball game there. So we've seen a lot of that, but right now you got to go ahead.
Yeah. You are able to do a little rub-ins racing. It's not exactly open wheel where if you rub, that's game over. So I mean, you can stick your elbows out, you know, a little bit and kind of just bump and grind against each other, just to get the edge a little bit, but obviously not too much where you straight up just turn the guy into the wall. But I mean, like a little like little love tap from behind to get him loose going into the corner. I don't see anything wrong with that. Yeah, that's acceptable. Yeah, that's Rubbins racing right there.
Look at Winchester just way wide, but he's able to stay in front. Oh, boy. Brian Beddoe goes on the outside there. Can't get it done. Had to roll out of the throttle there. I don't know if Winchester's doing that on purpose or not, man. Just swinging that thing around. That's the drunken sailor technique, you know.
Well, like I said, the drunken sailor technique, you had 2 different entries and exits coming out of that corner. You had Winchester, who just kind of slung it in there, and he had one space that went wide entering, but really kind of cut into a very late apex and kind of just able to power down. We're going side by side going into turn 1.
I see it. Oh, Winchester tries to slam the door on him and can't get it done there. Oh, boy. Did you see that? Now, that's aggressive there. Winchester trying to do not even a side drive, but a side bump to try to slow down Brian Beddoe.
Side by side up the hill. That's going to be dangerous.
Winchester needs to watch himself.
They touch.
Oh, Winchester squeezes on the outside. What a ballsy move there. And he holds on to it, makes it stick. Boom!
Damage, though.
Man. Yeah, but at what cost exactly? But come on, the move itself is just, oh my God, talking about taking a chance. Wow.
Oh, man. I just saw Winchester's front end get a little bit squirrely, but he dives deep into it.
That's some great stuff from Winchester there. Brian's probably like, holy Jesus, marriage. He's probably at awe too. Like, what is this guy doing, man? He just passed me on the outside there, coming up the hill at the American Rouge, man. It could have been death and dishonor for both of them for sure, but Winchester made it stick.
I don't blame him. Winchester needs as many points close to Matt's box as possible to try to close in this championship gap. Looking at the standings last race, Winchester finished only 4 points ahead of Matt's box, which closed the gap up to only 10 points, but I mean, that's going to go back down to 12 points if the race were to end under these conditions. And you see one space flashing the lights,
trying to intimidate him.
Totally down with, trying to confuse him, trying to make him look in the rearview mirror, trying to get him to miss his breaking point. And it really frustrates me that some leagues and some special events holder, they get upset at the drivers for flashing their lights because it's quote unquote too distracting.
No, that's the rules of the game, baby. That's the rules of the game.
Yeah, it's playing the rules, and
it's equipment on your car. It's equipment on your car, and you know, and anything that you can use, any edge, technical edge, you can use to. If they allow assist, why not use a little intimidation with a flashing light? Hey, if I had a horn, I'd be blaring it at you, man. You know, I mean, that's for sure. I used to do that in a Gran Turismo, man. I got kicked out of so many different rooms because I would run around racing, blaring the horn, beep, 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 beep. You know, and the drivers would get all riled up, and they didn't end up in the wall, or they'd end up moving over, you know, and. It's an intimidating thing when you got the horn blaring at you. Now, lights aren't as intimidating, but they are distracting.
Especially at night. In the day, it's not as bad, but at nighttime, when it's raining, you see those lights flashing, your eyes just naturally want to go up and look at them. Oh! Just into the bus stop.
Oh, yeah, and those halogen lights are super bright, too, so the reflection and the glare is just tremendous. But one space didn't have to do anything. Winchester just... The drunken sailor technique worked against him, and he punched himself in the head there. And wow, opened the door and one space. Oh, Beddoe hits the wall, carrying a little bit too much speed in there. Probably looking in the mirror to see where Winchester was, trying to defend that line, but he ended up slapping the wall there, and that could cost him big. Oh boy. Hey, well, if you just joined us, thanks a lot. Six Gun Johnny, Wallace the Dog, Zebra Choen broadcasting live right here from the Fortune Speed with the Ministry of Speed, and of course Phoenix Motorsports, watching this battle between One Space and Winchester. Both these guys are great drivers. Both these guys have brought a lot to the table here, and both these guys want that championship. I don't know if they're going to get it or not, but they sure want the points. So whoa, Brian Beddoe, go ahead.
Winchester more than anything really wants the points. Oh, Winchester, he's going to smack the wall going up off-camber left-hander. Oh,
like a pinball. Yeah, he pushed it way too hard on that car. He probably had damage from that first hit.
Sorry to interrupt you there, but looks like we got Nastaza. He got into the wall. He's got some heavy damage on his front end.
Well, let's find out here. Oh, Nastaza's around. He's around. He's facing the wrong direction in the field. Oh, he's retired.
He retired.
Nastaza folding up like wet cardboard and just he's gone.
And he's left, so he will not be receiving points since he left the
session.
session.
I was about to say that's a violation of the point standard there, but okay. Yikes. Wow is right. That's sheer frustration, folks. That's got to be anger. Oh, look at Matt's box.
Matt's box. Oh, my
gosh. Oh,
gosh.
my God. I wonder if that's what happened there. Oh.
My guess is that Nastaza probably hit the puddle going out of the last corner, spun out, Matchbox collected, and I think it was just hitting puddles and cars spinning and hitting each other. I think it was just as simple as that. I don't think there was any foul play. Well, that's going to open up the door for Winchester, who really needs to finish ahead of Matchbox. Well, and just like that, the match and the championship points have really turned and Matchbox everywhere. He's got damage.
Yeah, I didn't see Matchbox close enough to warrant us watching that battle, even though it was for a great position. But I don't think it was. I think it was what you said there. I think Nastoza just spun around. But here comes one space on the back bumper of Matchbox. Matchbox just needs to move over and let him go through there. There's no point in defending with your car like that. I mean, you don't got what it takes to hold off one space, and you certainly don't got what it takes to maintain that position. Watch out, Brian. Watch out now. Don't force the issue. Let the driver get out of the way here. Come on, Matchbox. Do the right thing and move over and let the man go through. There he goes right there. Nope. There he goes.
Yeah. No, he's kind of battling a bit. He's still there.
Yeah.
He's still showing his presence.
Yeah. He don't want to give it up.
I think the guy whoa!
God made him go in the pits. He was going to just pass it by. God said, nope, go in the pits, son. Yeah. No, he stays out. What a knucklehead. Wow, talk about ballsy, man. I mean, oh my God. One space. I'm sorry, Matchbox. Jeez.
Yeah, and I think that's exactly what happened last lap with Staza, is that he hit that puddle, that right front tire just nipped the puddle just a little bit, and then bam, hard into each other.
Wow.
I think that's exactly what happened.
Wow. I didn't know what to say. That was a crazy move there, man, by the Matchbox to stay out, take that chance like that. There's really no point in it right now. I mean, if you look at your timing and scoring, Tokutta is 16 seconds behind him. DJ Vixen a lot longer than that, so he really wouldn't have lost anything but one spot. I think I would have went in there and tried to do what I can anyway, try to get that car back underneath me and finish well, because this could actually work against him. He could get in another accident and not score any points at all, or very few points comparative where he would have been had he fixed the damage. So
exactly. I don't exactly get the meaning behind it, because if he spins out one more time and hits it hard, there goes his radiator. His engine's gonna blow, and that's gonna be his race. And he's battling for championship points too. He's ahead of Winchester by 10 points as the points stand. So I don't know exactly where this mentality is coming from. If I was him, after spinning out in the last corner, I just would have just came straight on in.
Well, I kind of do. Matchbox, he's an emotional guy. I mean, he knows, if you talk to him when he's calm, he'll understand the complete scenario. But right now he's in the heat of battle, and so all he knows right now is to stay out and get as many points as he can. I don't think he sees the big picture. He just needs to calm down. He's probably frustrated that he is around, trying to lay the blame on somebody. But ultimately, you're the one responsible for your race. And so, there he is, staying out again. I know he's good enough to keep that car on the track, but unnecessarily is that's not using your best race knowledge there, your best decision making skills there. For the safety of everybody else, he needs to bring that car in, despite his loss, and take what he can when he recovers. But that's all right. That's what this series is about, man, to help develop these drivers, understand. So when we go in a big series, an LMP1 or an LMP2 series, an endurance racing, they know what it takes to win these and finish these races. Oh, Matchbox just cuts the whole bus stop there, smashes everything coming through there. Project Cars, 2 signs flying everywhere, 6 minutes and 9 seconds to go. He is just totally frustrated with this. He's going to bring it to the house now. What is that, mud or dirt coming off the back tire there? Look at that. Smoking, cars just smoking. Yeah, he's going to run that thing till the wheels fall off. He doesn't care anymore.
And that's going to be good for Tokutta. He's going to have a good points day, because he's going to... Oh, geez, 2 tires on the grass of Matchbox.
I see that.
That is terrifying.
Yeah. Like I said, he's got the skill to do that, but it's not necessary to do, to use up what you got for this is really to no gain, it doesn't do anything but jeopardize his position and jeopardize somebody else's head if somebody else is around him. So here he comes. Will he pit, or will he stay out and take another shot? 5 minutes to go. I mean, really, there's no point in pitting, but again, there is, the safety standpoint. But I don't know, man. You can stay out too, but you have an opportunity to lose more spots than what you're doing now. So look at that, way off there, 4 off. Will he come in? I don't think he will. I think he's just going to stay out, sweat it out. Yeah, he is. Well, go ahead.
Only a couple more laps to go.
Yeah, we'll have to say. We'll come back and check him out here. But look at one space up to P2. It's got around Winchester.
Yeah, Winchester, after spinning out and slamming against the wall hard, he's Winchester struggling for really any type of downforce, and one space just trying to keep it clean for the next couple of laps.
Again, this is positions changed. Last race, it was Ghost in this position where one space was so far ahead that Ghost was actually running for his own first place, which is second. And this is the same way now. Ghost is so far ahead of these two drivers here that one space is, he knows he can't catch him, so he's going to do the best he can to maintain the position that he has, set his pace, and stay in front of Winchester. He's got Winchester by 3 seconds, 2 seconds. So 4 minutes. Yeah, I don't see Winchester with all that damage. Even if it looks like it's fixed, his car's not 100%.
Yeah, and it's such. We only got 4 minutes to go, but I've just noticed that there's no more spray. There's a couple of wet patches here and there.
So they might have the tire change again.
I don't think so. We got about 2 laps to go. I don't really see them doing it. If so, it's going to be a really bold decision. I don't think it's gonna work out in anyone's favor.
Do you think the ring tire is gonna fall off?
No, they're just gonna heat up. They're just gonna have to take care of them. But technically, Ghost could pit and still come out ahead. That's how far ahead he is.
Oh yeah. If he bypasses repairing damage, yeah.
Yeah.
So Brian Bedlow, all alone here. Winchester 4 seconds behind him. The rest of the field all separated by, 20 seconds or so. But yeah, again, Bedlow showing his race prowess. Spinning out. I think that spin killed him, man. I think he'd have been a lot closer to Ghost than he is now. But, won the first race, came in second the second race. A good point save for him. And again, we had said earlier that he needs to win every race. But, if Mr. Hayne has another bad day or he misses again by work or whatever, that's just going to help Ghost more. Now, remember, if Mr. Hayne comes in and starts winning again, one space can just try all he wants. He's not gonna catch up.
Yeah, and Ghost, he's on his final lap. He's far enough ahead where he can just coast to the finish line from here, and time can expire. And if I was him, I would do that. Yeah. I would play it safe and because why risk running one more lap than hitting a puddle and then just totaling your car or just something just bad happen, disconnection, something.
Yeah.
Like, I might as well just take it easy and just coast and finish the race.
That's what Brian was doing in the last race. He was slowing down a lot, backing the corners up, staying in the center of the track, not taking any unnecessary chances with the car. Not trying to create a situation that he can't get out of. So wide flag in the air now for one space. Winchester right behind him by 5 seconds. And like you said earlier, Ghost in his final lap here. So this right up here with Ghost as he brings us around. Watkins Glen here in the 8 Bentley, the number 8 car at the Adderley Fong machine. I got to hand it to Ghost, man. It shows a lot of maturity here at Watkins Glen. This track is easy to get flustered at. We saw Nestoza get flustered. He's one of the best, obviously. We see one space. He didn't get really flustered, but, again, hard to recover from there. A couple other drivers just not having the race they wanted because, they know if they turn around, it's going to be, difficult to catch back up. Look at Matt's box. Still in P4, but, I mean, he's a minute and 10 seconds off the pace, that he's not, he doesn't want that, what I'm saying? He doesn't want to accept that mentally. And I understand completely, but here he comes around the corner, the final time here. Ghost, Young man from
he's gonna
Australia.
do one more lap.
Oh, that's
He's
right.
gonna
My
do
bad.
one more lap.
My bad. There you go. But yeah, what a strong drive from this youngster here. Shows a lot of maturity, man. And again, every week he's taking lessons. Every week he's taking advice. I'm starting to talk to him a little more offline, and just trying to give him encouragement and try to feed positive and reinforcing words to him. That way he doesn't feel like he has to take any unnecessary chances. His skill alone is enough to get him where he needs to be. So hopefully he'll take that to heart and keep continuing his winning ways here. We got lots more series to go here. Billy and I are going to work on some series that these guys can really have some good side-by-side racing in, whether it's default or setup. We know how to get it done. We know how far to push our own limits and what we can do for these drivers to give them the greatest sims possible. And I think guys like this, One Space, Stowe's, Ghost, I think these guys would really benefit us as well as themselves by us being able to test our skill in bringing races to you and their skill in handling what we can bring them. So, it's going to be a two-way street here, but definitely going to be a great party for all who are involved.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just going to be fun where we can take this league. We have a very nice, tight-knit group of guys that show up week in and week out, and it's good to know that we have like an average of like 10 drivers throughout the season so far. And this is where kind of like where numbers tend to taper off, but it feels good to know that race one is we get a lot of people, and then we still get a couple people that stick around for race two. But come around the last corner, it's going to be Ghost 8805 taking race 2, round 6.
Nice.
GT3 Gunslinger Series. It's a Bentley going in victory lane.
Right behind him, One Space thundering around up the hill. Dragon behind him, but Dragon he's a lap down. So Dragon wants to try to hang on here and get the draft and still pull away from who's in front of Death Pusher. Death Pusher's way back. But look at David Curry. What are you doing, David, man? Trying to race that second place car, man. Boy, I tell you what, Mr. Curry, don't wreck him. Dragon's just pretending he's racing for the position.
That's why I tell myself too when I'm a lap down. It's the last lap. I'm racing for position. I never lost this position.
Yeah.
I was here all the time.
Look at Dragon. He's gonna try to go around him here. What space gives us that? Go on. Get away from me, man.
He gets the moral victory.
That's it. So One Space taking P2. Well done, man, for Brian. You gotta take the traction control off there, buddy, for it to spin around there. There you go. Where's Winchester? Here he comes. He's got P3. Matt's box. Look at this car. Still hanging on to it.
Ugly.
Oh my God, dude, he's beat up pretty off that thing. I tell you what, but that's how he drives around in the world anyway. In his real car, that's what it looks like. It's just all beat up. Temporary tires, Bondo, different colored doors, and fenders and stuff. So cracked windscreen. But yeah, hey, it's all good. He's used to it. He's right at home here. So Matt's box P4.
After this, I need to take a picture of the results. So don't go back to menu, please.
P5 to toe cutter. So yeah, we'll get everybody up here if we can here. I won't go to menu, but I will invite. Stand by. And let me get some invites for. If you're just joining us, you're too late. The party is over. And I tell you what, man, what a great party it was. Six Gun Johnny, Zebra Chone, and Wallace the Dog broadcasting live here from the Fortune of Speed with the Ministry of Speed and, of course, Phoenix Motorsports. Sending out invites for post-race interviews. Stick around for that. Give me 1 second here. Let's see who we can. I'll just bring them all up here. DJ, Dragon, Ghost. Let's see who else here. Stoza, he's gone. One Space. Psychoholic. Did he stay in here? I guess he did, right? Let's see who else. Snoopa and Tokutta and Winchester. There you go. So let's see what we see when the time for seeing comes. Great job from our drivers. Great job from everybody who participated. Thanks for stopping by. I had a good time. Yeah, this race wasn't as action-packed as we've had some other events, but still a lot of fun to watch. Shall I push the return to lobby yet, Zebra, or are you done?
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
All right.
Good.
Let's talk to P2 first before we talk to anybody else. Brian, man, not where you wanted to be as far as finishing order, but you drove through the field there. You fell all the way to the back. Great job, man. I mean, overall, you got to be happy with that second spot, man. A great run, but 39 seconds back, boy. That youngster just put the beat down on us there, huh? Uh-oh.
Remember, he had to charge his mic.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah, Ghost drove away.
Yeah.
He dominated that race.
What was it? What was the deal that kept you from? We saw you spin around that one time there, but.
I spun once, yeah. I stayed. I must have fucked up the pit strategy. Stayed out too late.
What?
But I had good racing with Winchester.
I'll tell you what, though, he was all over your back bumper there, man. He was trying to run you down. He was very defensive. Was it as tough to get around him as it looked?
Oh, you bet.
Yeah.
He's good. He's fast.
Yeah, and he also likes to race with his elbows out, man. That's for sure, man. Y'all guys, I said, oh boy, this is gonna be a street brawl for sure, man. But yeah.
He's not gonna give it to you.
No, he's not. He pulled out his pistol and shot himself in the foot, though, man. But I think he'll be all right, man. We'll bandage him up and we'll get him set up again. But great job, Woodspace. Great job, man. Exciting stuff, man. Good to see you here. And yeah, good luck in your other series and stuff like that. But yeah, well done tonight. All right, let's move up a little bit. I'll tell you what, let's talk to Winchester. I know you're in. Everybody stick around in here because I'm going to interview you all. But Winchester, man, tell me, man, what a race with you again. Another podium, some more points. What is it, man, about the Winchester machine? Why don't you ever give up, man? You're just like one of the toughest competitors out there, man. I love it, man. Tell me about your race.
It was a good race, Charlie. You just got to get in there, dig in there. One space, that was a good race with him. Nice and clean we were. And we're racing hard in the wet. Well done. We've done well. Everyone come out and survived, so it was a pretty good race overall.
You didn't have as much damage as you did the first race. You were more focused on your position. Man, you had that car brilliant, man, in front of one space, man. You were running the wide line there. You were running right in the center of the track. Didn't give him any position, any place to go, left or right. You had it all covered, and then you spun around there. And, after that, it was just the catch-up game and just to maintain the position.
That's it.
Wow.
Sit too far off to the edge of the track or you get catch
yeah. So the rain ending a little early there, and so your tires did have a slight fall off there when it dried up.
Oh yeah, I was sucking for water like a thirsty lizard.
Well, there you have it, man. A thirsty lizard named Winchester taking P3. So good job, man. Congratulations on your podium finish. Let's talk to the winner here. Obviously, Ghost. What a run, bro. I got to tell you, man, these two races, you showed a lot of maturity. You showed a lot of racecraft. Man, I got no complaints, man. Well done, man. Tell me about your race.
Thank you very much. Yeah, this race went a lot better than the last one. But it was all due to just a setup change, really, because in the first race I was running the loose setup. And that's good in the dry, but it's not the best in the wet. So for this race I took a gamble for the slower car in the dry but quicker in the wet, and paid off because the rain came a lot earlier than I expected it to, and pitted one lap before Nestoza, and I think he stayed out a little bit too late, unfortunately for him. And
oh yeah, he was creeping around out there. He was struggling
from there.
Well, we saw you follow him out there a couple of times. I said, you know what? If Nestoza goes, Ghost is going to go. And you did that first time. The second time, you peeled off and you said, you go, Ghost, because I'm not going to follow you out there. And that's a lap that he really struggled on. So, yeah, brilliant move. And, man, 30 seconds, dude. How did that? What? How did that happen, man? I mean, God, talk about rocket ship fast. So, clean air does help the Bentley. Would you agree on that?
Yeah, clean air, but also, like, with the stable setup in the wet, the setup's a lot. The car feels a lot more planted to the ground in the wet on the stable setup.
Well, you looked a lot stronger, so no complaints. Like I said, a great job, man. A fantastic opportunity to watch you develop. Man, I couldn't be more pleased. Congratulations on your win, brother.
Thank you.
All right, let's move around here. Matt's Box, are you in here? Matt's Box. He's probably not. He's probably a little upset, man. Did anybody see what happened to Matt's Box? We know that he was around. Did he collect the Stoza? Was that what happened? Or
Yes.
Yes. So you saw that?
No, I just heard him apologizing to Stoza during the race.
Okay, so
Me out. I got to drive through it around them.
so who spun out? Matt's Box spun out in front of Stoza?
That we don't know.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, David, while we were talking to you, man, you had a great run there, man. Even though you were in the back, you were making some passes, man. I mean, you were out there battling, man. That P2 position to turn into P1 through the bus stop there, putting that pressure on Psychoholic there. Woo, man! I was like, yeah! Me and Wallace had our David Curry shirts on and stuff. We were cheering you on, man. Great job, dude. I'm telling you, man, you're coming around, man. You're almost having that roaster syndrome where he just blossomed and just shot off, man. You know, and one day he was just a superstar, man. So, David, tell me about your race, man. That was good stuff.
Yeah, it was good. If I hadn't been so greedy at the second lap, I probably would have done better. But you live and learn.
Well, you know, I mean,
it was a good race.
you were out front, and again, too, you know, it's just temperance, man. You know, a lot. You watch some of these fast drivers. You know, you watch one Space's race or Stoza's race. You see, once they get the lead, they just, you know, they fall into a rhythm, man. You know, and I guess that's where you're at right now. You're learning how to develop that particular part of your racecraft. But still, a great job. And like I said to Ghost, man, it's great to watch you develop like that, man. You know, it gives me satisfaction, man. So good job for you, man.
Thank you.
All right, let's move around. Death Pusher, are you in here? The yellow Bentley, the school bus. Nope, not in here. All right. DJ, are you in here?
Yep.
DJ, man, you know, overall, we hadn't seen you in a couple of weeks, but still, man, you were out there racing around pretty good. That Bentley looked, you know, pretty fast when you were pointed in the right direction. Anything to report? And tell me about your race.
The first race went pretty well, I'd say. It was alright. The second race, at the end of the first lap, I kind of lost it in turn one under braking, but I managed to keep it under control, and I got behind a few other cars, so then I had some dirty air, and the Bentley really works better in clean air, so I had a few issues with that, but I had a smooth race. I was keeping a good position, and then it came time to where my wet tires were fading a little bit, so then I came into the pits, but then they didn't change my tires in the pits, so I had to come in again, and then they changed my tires, but then the next lap it was dry. So I had to come into the pits 3 laps in a row. So,
Really?
Yeah, that is not a preferable strategy, I would say. So,
No.
I mean, it just goes to show you that you don't only have to be fast, you kind of have to be lucky with the weather and the pit stops, so there's a lot that goes into it.
Well, you know, again, too, you know, I know you've been busy and stuff like that. So, you know, but when you practice these simulations with us enough times, you start to develop that sense of when it is. But see, let me tell you all right now, I changed it up on y'all, man. I brought the rain early, and what that did is that caught y'all off guard because now you had to pit earlier, and you had more fuel, so the car was a lot heavier on the wet. You know, usually I start the rain block last, where you've already burned off more than half your fuel, and so again, you're battling a heavy fuel load with the wet conditions. So that's probably going to add to some of the struggles on there. But hey, you know, that's part of the racing game. Y'all flash your lights. I changed the weather on y'all, man. I changed things like that. So it's a battle, man. But y'all guys did really well, man. Good job for you, DJ, man. Well done to finish the race.
Thank you.
All right, let's see who else we got in here. Snoop, are you in here? Snoop. Negative. Okay, who else we got in here? Psychoholic, I know you're in here.
He's not.
He's not. Okay. Matt's Box, did he come back?
Nope.
Okay, well that's gonna be it, man. I guess that's everybody, isn't it? Or who else is that? Bison Comp? He didn't even finish, did he?
That's it. Dragon Ghost, One Space, Vixen, Winchester. That's all it's in here. So before we sign off,
go ahead.
I just updated the points.
Okay, tell us.
Our new points leader, only by 8 points, is Matt's Box. Winchester's in second by 8 points. And so, next week, we're going to Monaco.
Yeah.
Next week.
Well, I don't even have to say anything about that. Y'all already know what that is. That could be anybody's race. That could be big points loss for somebody or a big points gain for somebody. So there's really nothing you can do to prepare for that race other than just, pray to God, man, because anything can happen there, man. There's no room, there's no runoff, and there's no margin for error there, man. So that's going to be another more pressure on our drivers as we ramp it up toward the end of the season here. We'll have 4 races left after tonight's race, and I'll tell you what, it's getting closer and closer. The lead is changing for the points, man. So, anything can happen, man. You guys are tremendous drivers, man. I couldn't be more happy to have you all in the league. Great stuff to watch. One Space, good job. Everybody, man, good job tonight, man. No complaints, man.
Oh, Psycho's here.
Okay, we'll sneak it in real quick here, Psycho. What a rough run, man. Summarize your first race with Phoenix Motorsports on a real race environment here.
Well, that was a lot of fun. I just feel the etiquette, it makes everything just a lot more enjoyable. Makes me better, I think. A lot too. So, I mean, this is awesome.
Oh, good compliment, good words, and there you go. That was the right answer. Your stock just went up another 5 points. All right, folks. Wallace the Dog and I are done for the evening. We got to drive back to San Antonio tomorrow. But it's great to see y'all guys doing so well. One Space, man, I'll tell you what, man, Monaco's going to be tough, man. What's your strategy for taking another win or trying to just survive here?
No, I think that race is going to roll out, right?
Yeah.
Are you going to do any practice?
Not tonight, but we will starting tomorrow. If you want to do that, or you want to practice right now, you can. You can just use these same settings and carry it over there. So it's going to be along these lines. Yeah. The same settings will be on your game right now. So y'all can go and start your own room, man. Do what you want to do. But usually you want to start with a 30-minute session. Monaco will probably be. Me and Zebra will work out the weather. I really want to vote against rain on that, man. And I know that's funny coming from me. Yeah, I would kind of say no to that, man. We raced it the other night, man, and it was Matt's box. He said it was horrible, man. And I have to agree, it was. It is Monaco, but I mean, do you want? If you put, I'm telling you, One Space, you put water on that track, man.
He thought it was Monza.
Monza. Yeah, no, it's Monaco, man. I mean, oof. Yeah. So it's going to be narrow. There's no room for error. City streets, walls, and destruction. Wheels off. Yeah. So we might vote against rain here. We'll do a couple of practice sims starting tomorrow, and just to see where that stands, and then me and Zebra will let you know at least by Wednesday for sure what we're going to do with the weather. So.
Anywhere we can catch the stream?
Yeah, I'll send you. Well, actually, just go to Phoenix Motorsports Racing Simulations on YouTube, and basically just Phoenix Motorsports Racing Simulations or Race Simulations, I think it is. I don't know, what is it, Zebra? Something like that.
It's Phoenix Motorsports Simulation, some crap like that.
That shit is awesome. You guys keep doing that shit. Even the wife's like, oh, I didn't know y'all did that. Like, oh, these guys are great.
Well, I tell you what, Miss Bello, thanks for allowing Brian to have a Saturday night with us. He's a great driver and a very, very, very interesting guy, a very interesting character, and we're glad to have him. Guys, that's it for now, man. Wallace, you got anything to say? He can't say anything. He's a dog. All right, guys, thanks a lot for joining us tonight, man. Sixer Johnny, Wallace the Dog, and the Zebra Chon bringing it to you live right here at Fortress of Speed with the Ministry of Speed, and of course, Phoenix Motorsports saying goodnight. And next week, Monaco, not Monza, Monaco. Azure Coast is what they call it. GT3 battling it out. Will the Bentleys stand on top? Will Mercedes come back? Who knows? Will a Ferrari win? Will a Lamborghini? Rosa, where are you? Rosa has a second spot here in Formula One, man. This guy can get it done. Will Matchbox, a Porsche? It could be anybody's fight, man. I'm excited, man. I can't wait. So with that said, let's bail out of here, man. Get some rest. Got another day tomorrow that we got to find out the solutions to. So one sec. Yeah. Hang on one second. I hate this little button here, man. Somebody needs to give me a damn headset a handset here for Christmas. There it is. 3, 2, 1, and we are off the air. Good job.